It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi. When you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
U-Sports on CBC, les championnats U-Sport. Brought to you in part by, vous êtes présenté par Nike Team Just Do It. Faites-le. Baron, exclusive supplier of U-Sports championship rings. Le fournisseur exclusif des bagues de championnat U-Sport. Fox 40 celebrating a decade of the Fox 40 U-Sports Coach of the Year program. Fier partenaire des prix de l'entraîneur de l'année U-Sport depuis 10 ans. By Veriburn, proud medical supplier to university sports since 1979. Fier partenaire du sport universitaire depuis 1979. The Government of Canada. Le gouvernement du Canada. Et par Mikasa, l'étoile montante du volleyball, le V200W, ballon officiel de U-Sport. And by Mikasa, makers of volleyball's hottest star, the V200W, the official volleyball of U-Sports.
Live from Hamilton, it's Sunday from the 2023 U-Sports Men's Volleyball Championships on CBC Sports. By day's end, there will be a new national champion. But before that, two compelling matchups, beginning with the Consolation final between the number 6 Montreal Carabin and the number 8 UFT Varsity Blues. Fifth place up for grabs today. Matthew Davison alongside Everett DeLorme for this one. It's a compelling matchup, inter-conference matchup between two teams who've impressed so far in this tournament.
Absolutely, it's a classic matchup. Montreal versus Toronto, French versus English, OUA versus SEQ. And I could not be more excited to get this championship Sunday. Started off with this fifth place match. Two teams that we've seen really do well despite being on the B side of this tournament, on the Consolation side of this tournament. U of T pushed the defending champs and original number 1 seeds, Alberta, in game number 1, taking them to 4. And even though Montreal lost in 3 to the Trinity Western Spartans on Friday, it was, as their coach called it, one of their best matches of the tournament. Proceeded to take down Sask, coming from behind, down 2-1, fighting off some match points, whereas Toronto got a little bit of redemption, taking down the Windsor Lancers, who defeated them in the OUA semifinal. So I think that these are two teams who have a lot of pride, and that there's a lot on the line, especially for those seniors who are finishing off their careers.
Yeah, yesterday was an absolute battle between Saskatchewan and Montreal. 5 sets, and it was hardly fought. In that fifth set, Montreal kind of ran away with it 15-8 in the final, but it was a real battle yesterday between those two squads, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, so much respect for that SAS squad as well. You know that they've fought off so much adversity throughout the year, and just wanted to fight for that fifth place. But at the end of the day, Montreal was just better, especially in that fifth set, and they deserve to be in this fifth place match.
As we saw Yassine Cassis be introduced. He seemed to be a little bit banged up yesterday, always diving around the court, but starting again today. He was effective yesterday, and as Everett mentioned, U of T coming off that 4-set win against the Windsor Lancers, who I'm sure didn't have the tournament they had in mind, but Varsity Blues earned their spot in this one, and fifth place up for grabs today. And the Varsity Blues, a good performance yesterday. You can say, Windsor probably didn't have their best, but as you mentioned, they had a real good game against the Lancers, the Varsity Blues did.
Yeah, absolutely they did. And I mean, This was a program that has now, this is 3 straight national championships that they qualified for. Of course, they didn't get to play back in 2020. Last year was a little disappointing for them, losing to Sherbrooke, and then not even making this first place match. So this is a program that wants to create a habit of this, of making it to the national championships and being a program that recruits look to come to.
Davis Young to get it started off yesterday. He was dealing yesterday. 47 assists, going to Newart and Falardeau mostly. Falardeau 16 kills, Newart 24 kills. Those two were big weapons yesterday for the Varsity Blues.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been big weapons, not only yesterday, but throughout their entire season. Those are the two fifth-year seniors. This is going to be their last U Sports volleyball match, and they're going to want to go out on a strong note.
And we're just about set for the consolation final. UFT against Montreal. And starting us off early was Boileau off the block.
Absolutely. He's just picking up where he left off yesterday. It was a fantastic match for Julien Boileau. And you got the pronunciation down right off the bat today. I like it.
And it's great speaking with him yesterday at the media availabilities here in Hamilton, and real interesting hearing his perspective on what was a tremendous performance here in Hamilton.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? I do think that already throughout this tournament, the Montreal Carabins have gained a lot of respect from the opponents, both from the Canada West and the OUA. And I think that this one, this is not only a match between Toronto and Montreal, but it's very much a match between the OUA and the RSEQ. You know, over the past decade or so, the OUA has really upped their game, and maybe the RSEQ hasn't necessarily been there, but throughout this tournament, the RSEQ has really shown that they're just as good, if not one of the best conferences in U Sports volleyball.
Of course, Laval has a lot of success. And, you know, this tournament, last tournament, Sherbrooke making the bronze medal game and winning the bronze medal last year, and now following that up with a guaranteed medal this tournament. We'll fight for gold tonight as that point's finished off by Alexis Tournier, but a great tournament here for the RSEQ.
Yeah, it has been a fantastic showing for the RSEQ, and I think just the quality of that conference top to bottom, talking to Fethi Abed, talking to Gazi Guedara, yesterday, you know, even though UNB didn't win a match and went winless all year, you look at the results and they were taking teams to five consistently, and that just shows the quality of the RSEQ ball. They're not a large conference, only 5 teams, but it's 5 very strong teams.
And both teams crediting their trips to Tunisia as a big game changer in their seasons, playing real top teams, challenging them strategically, and especially Sherbrooke was mentioning that yesterday, and a big reason why they're having so much success, and they'll play for gold later today against the Trinity Western Spartans. So 4-3 early on. It's the Varsity Blues in front. Great serve there from Maxime Saint-Denis.
Yeah, it does look like the score is mixed up on the screen right now that you're seeing. It should be 5 for Montreal and 3 for Toronto, as Max Saint-Denis goes back to serve.
Oh, and that's finished off there in the middle. Hayden Cavender.
Yeah, this has been a consistent thing so far for Toronto. They love to establish that middle early. It just helps open things up on the wings.
So Connor Vanderquip on the serve, and service error.
Once again, it should be, you should be seeing right now 6 for Montreal and 4 for Toronto on your screen. I'm sure we'll get that switch for you shortly.
Alexis Tournier will serve it here for Montreal. Tudor, who had a lot of digs yesterday, able to get one there and finished off by number 7, Evan Falardeau.
Just such a nice little chip over the block. I'd expect a libero quality of Yacine Cassiste to be able to get there, but still a point for Falardeau.
Cavender on the serve, and big blast in the middle for the Montreal Carabin, the deal right then.
Let's see here. Beautiful set there to the middle to Eden. As we're seeing his knee still heavily taped, that left knee, but dude's a warrior still out here playing. And, ooh, that one just missed the sidelines.
Pilardo elected not to play it, and he looked back with a bit of worry in his eye, but it will float just out. So a 7-6 advantage for Montreal. Davis Young on the serve. And that's going to be Bisson, a big kill.
Yeah, his first swing of the match. And it was a big one, and we've seen him be so fantastic throughout this tournament. And he's going to get a lot of volume again today.
Usually it's the home side that gets on the scoreboard here, it's the higher seed that's listed as the home side. So I think that's why our feed is having a bit of issues, because we sync it up with the scoreboard and we kind of just expect the home side to be the higher seed, but gave them the choice yesterday which side you want to play on, and it is the guests in front here. Montreal on the scoreboard. It's Bisson, kept up there by Tudor. Newart. And Cassis keeps it up. As that one came from the middle from Latour Bourgeois. Here's Bisson. Another kill, or it's going to be ruled UFT point.
Cassis looking for a net touch on that one. Not given, as Bisson goes a little long. Filardo back to serve in his last U Sports match.
Big serve there, and that's going to touch the basketball net.
You know what? That hasn't come into play nearly as much as I thought it would this weekend. I think that might have been only the second time.
Only the second time I can remember. Do that again. Changes it up and gets it into an open area. Tournier couldn't get there.
Love that from Filardo, playing the mind games. He pinned the last one. You have the serve receivers back on their heels, as we can see how far Alexis Tournier was already set up there before the timeout, and then just hits the perfect little roll shot. And the best thing about Filardo's roll shot too is that he hides it pretty well. He still tosses it pretty high and just changes the velocity of his arm as he contacts through the ball.
Yeah, interesting to talk about the mind games that a server can have out there. You know, you go big and you can kind of, deceive what you're going to give them and float that one in there. Interesting, the different tactics that can go with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? You can find success. If you're a smart player, you can find success without power. I remember being at a beach event a few years ago now, where the legendary Carrie Wells Jennings on the beach was playing, and she had a hurt right shoulder, and she made it all the way to the final match with a hurt right shoulder where she couldn't overhand serve. So I watched her get aces on some of the best Brazilian teams in the world with an underhand serve, and you believe it, just by moving them around the court, sending them long, sending them short, sending them right, sending them left, down the pin, down the rail to the hubby wife. If you move them around and keep them guessing, you have to stay on their toes, and you don't necessarily need the power.
Pilardo iced by the Carabin timeout. Puts in that serve and nearly kept alive, but that's going to go down as a kill for Latour Bourgeois.
Tough one there for the Varsity Blues. They had two guys in front, but Vandercreep just not getting his hands too much over the net.
So Boileau serving here, 9-10, and that got over from Davis Young. What a play, is kept back up by Tudor, but that's going to be too much heat from Alexis Tournier.
Yeah, the Montreal bench wanted the antenna call on that one. I'm not entirely sure if it hit the antenna. I think it just hit the strip there, which is technically not out of bounds given the size of the lines here at the Burridge.
Low, another serve this time. Can't find that left corner.
Julien Boileau was the player of the match yesterday for the Carabin, and he picks up where he left off with some devastatingly difficult serves here.
Ball low, Tudor, now Young, and that one's a big blast from Neuer.
Yeah, a lot of room there on that right side for Neuer just swinging down. As we're gonna see it here on the replay. The one-on-one, Tournier unable to get outside, and Yacine Kassé's got a touch, just not enough.
And that one from Bisson, and Carabin point.
Yeah, it was dug up there by the Varsity Blues, but unfortunately they're in the net. I think it was Van der Kuip and Cavender.
So Pierre-Charles Latour-Bourgeois on the serve. Tudor the first touch, Davis Young, and finished off in the middle by the big number 12, Hayden Cavender.
Nice high, hard swing there by Cavender. He then is right in his face, and just goes off the hands out of bounds. I wonder if that Latour-Bourgeois has any middle names too, just to make it, just to throw some more in there.
French name so lovely to say. That one's off the block, and another kill for Alexis Tournier.
Yeah, we saw Tournier have a bit of a rough second and third set yesterday, or sorry, a rough second set. He got subbed out and then came back in the fourth, was immediately effective and really helped Montreal push for that win.
Saint-Denis, good serve. That one's going to go right back over from Falardo. Bisson, too much power from Guillaume Bisson.
Guillaume Bisson, man, I'm continuously impressed in the shots that he can make. He can go hard cross, he can go down the line, cross body, thumb up, thumb down. He really has a full tool belt.
Close first set here, 14-12. Montreal in front. Davis Young gonna set up Falardo right into that block. Another big play for number 6, Alexis Tournier.
Yeah, Montreal is dialed in right now as we see head coach John Bear call for the timeout. You know what, I'm not too surprised by this, just the way that they've been playing. They've been so dialed in, they've been so focused. This is a very good Montreal Carabin team.
Carabin just never will cheat you with effort and always bring the energy and the intensity. And you're right, after that first day and drawing a tough opponent, they really responded well on Saturday. And it's always a win when you can play on Sunday, no matter what game it is.
Yeah, absolutely. I know in the CCAA they have the backdoor bronze, so if you lose that quarterfinal match, you still have the ability to get to that bronze medal match. I wonder if that's something that the U Sports would ever consider. I know it's a little bit unorthodox, but it's nice. In past years, they would have that the bronze semifinals the Sunday morning, so you'd have to lose Saturday night, play Sunday morning. Now they made it a championship 4 days.
Right.
And the semifinal or the bronze stuff would go on the Friday, and the finals would go on the Saturday. So maybe it's something for U Sports to look at, just to kind of keep it spicy.
Spice is always all right, as this one is going to set up the attack for Van der Kuip, and Bisson into that block. Connor Van der Kuip was there.
Yeah, a nice three-man block between Van der Kuip, Cavender, and Davis Young. And the Varsity Blues continue with this pattern of getting the point out of the timeout. Falardo now in the front row for the Varsity Blues.
Van der Kuip over swings on that one. So the big Alexis Tournier, who's had a great start to this match. 4 points already for him.
Ooh, that was a close one.
It was.
We'll see if we can see on the replay here how close it actually was. Oh, no. Looks like we're not going to get that from that angle.
So Mr. Hayden Cavender, the Stratford, Ontario native, will come on to serve as they set up that attack, and it's Boileau again.
He plays well above his height.
Yes.
He really does. Just watching him play, when he's in the air, the way he swings, you'd never guess that he's 6 foot until he gets back down onto the ground.
Really effective day yesterday. 14 kills, just 1 error on 27 total attacks.
So efficient. That's what you love to see.
And having a good start to this one as well. Falardo. And they're going to rule violation there.
He doesn't seem to think so. I don't necessarily agree with Falardo. I think he was on the net.
And another timeout called by John Barrett and the Varsity Blues as they trail 18-14 in this opening set, the Consolation final.
Yeah, right now that we did see in talking to John Barrett that Jaden Talisma has been dealing with some back issues all year, and after that quarterfinal match, his back seized up, and we saw Hunter Arul. How do we say his name?
Arul Pergazin.
Oh, there we go, Arul Pergazin. You might not have the French names down, but you do have that one down. We saw him come in. Vanderkooy came in halfway through the match yesterday, so U of T still trying to find that replacement for Jaden Talisman.
And John Barrett wants to run a program and a team where you can kind of plug and play, and Dave Preston has talked about that too, where you're never gonna have a team that's 100% healthy, and you can never really find that peak. You just got to be continue along, right?
Especially at an educational institution like the University of Toronto, right? Like, let's make no mistake about it. These are student athletes, and student comes first, especially in U Sports. There's no full rides, and there's no one who's not going to class just and getting by just because they're an athlete. So when you're at an institution like the University of Toronto, and I know Preston's talked about it, how, there's never, that's one hard into the net there was Dunning, but there's never a week that goes by that someone isn't missing practice, and I have no doubt that the same thing is happening at Toronto.
Yep. We take another look at that point, and it's a 19-14 advantage here for the Montreal Carabins, but that one's into the net for Frederic Bouillon.
Bouillon came in a few different times yesterday and just provided so much depth as that serving sub. We've seen a few serving subs come in and not do their job. He hasn't been one of them.
Here's Davis Young, and that one finds the net as well.
U of T not doing themselves a lot of favors at the moment, trying to get back into this match, and into this set. And at this point, it's not even going to be about getting back into the set. It's probably about building momentum for the next one.
Great job there by Davis Young to get that one back up, but here's Boileau off the block.
Boileau, so impressed by this man. As we see there's a beautiful 3-man block in front of him, and he's not phased at all.
Boileau listed at 6 foot, but he rises up and able to get a great angle on that ball. Serving errors were a big part of yesterday's match for U of T. 21 serving errors, 22 for Windsor. That's Falardo. Good blast there. Yassine Cassis, the first touch, and another great job there by St. Denis. Here comes the attack, though, from the Varsity Blues, and it's finished off by John Dunning.
That's the momentum that they were looking for, just like I was talking about. A big serve, a good dig, a fantastic swing. Just gets the mojo going.
Falardo on the serve again. Too much.
Too much time in the gym for Falardo on that one. That was phased out of bounds.
Julien Boileau, a Montreal native. Good serve.
I just love the way he swings. He's got such a pure arm swing, a pure hand contact. It truly is a thing of beauty.
2 points away are the Carabins in set number 1 of the Consolation final. And just like we saw from Falardo after a good serve, he oversails it. Same thing for Boileau.
Just after I credit him for a beautiful arm swing, he gives us that monstrosity and sends it into the back row.
Martin Licht serving sub here. Down 23-8, and now that sets up a set point for Montreal.
Seeing Riden come back into the match instead of Boulian. Yeah, Boulian. And now we're going to see the other servings of Marc-Antoine Dion.
The second year, standing 6'3", with a set point here. Great serve. Davis Young, nifty at net. That was finished off by Cavender.
Such good awareness there by Hayden Cavender. He then was right in his face. He got him last time going hard off the block. This time just a nice tip down to the tee. Beautiful shot there by Cavender.
Mitchell Newart, the senior, and that is set number 1 to the Montreal Carabins.
Yeah, they take it here 25-19, and they were in control pretty much the entire way. Even when they went down by 2, you could still feel that they were in control.
Leading the way for the Carabins with 3 kills. Boileau, Bisson, Tournier. It's been a balanced attack for the team from Quebec. What does the Varsity Blues have in them in the second, as live coverage from the U Sports Men's Volleyball Championships continues from Hamilton on CBC Sports.
We've got your back. Whether you're looking to achieve a healthy and happy lifestyle or an elite athlete looking for world-class recovery and injury rehab, we have you covered. Our passionate team will work with you to create a tailored recovery plan to fit any situation. Get back to being you. The David Braley Sport Medicine and Rehabilitation Center, where everyone is treated like a marauder.
They don't do it for the likes or for the shares. They do it for the fun of it, for the thrill, for the camaraderie, for the memories. CBC Sports, just because they love it.
Welcome back inside the Burridge Gymnasium in Hamilton, Ontario for the Consolation final, where it's the U of T Varsity Blues against the Montreal Carabins, and it was the Carabins taking that opening set. They are hitting the ball exceptionally well.
Yeah, absolutely. Hitting a 5.56, and it's not like Toronto did that bad. A 3.13 hitting efficiency is very good, but man, a 5.56 is just unreal for the Carabins in that first set, going 12 for 18 with only 2 errors, adding 3 aces to that total and 5 digs. The Carabins are out to play. They want that 5th place real bad.
Yesterday was a bit of a slow start for the Varsity Blues. And they kind of got their hitting going as the match went along. We'll see what this game has in store as Boileau's attack was sent right back, and that one's going to be Saint-Denis.
Yeah, Max with a great deep swing there, and I know he relishes those opportunities just to go up and swing away, and does it so smart. Sometimes setters, they get a little overzealous, try to bounce one, but he hits the nice deep shot.
He had a kill in that first set as well, a little floater or dump in the early stages of that set.
Yep, Saint-Denis showing his versatility.
Mentioning it yesterday, just being treated to some great setters from across the country here in Hamilton as it's a 2-1 advantage for the Varsity Blues, and a big blast to respond there from William Bisson.
Yeah, Bisson going right at Falardo on that one. He's just got too much heat to handle. Probably hitting that ball around 90 kilometers an hour at least.
Latour Bourgeois on the serve. Davis Young. That's going to be just floated over there from Van der Quip. Here come the Carabin. And that one in comes from Alexis Tournier.
Yeah, Tournier does such a good job on that one. To see the open space at the backcourt just goes over top, and with Mitch Neward is not the he's big, don't get me wrong, but he's not the biggest right side blocker, so there's always just going to be a little bit more room than say when you're playing against something like Trinity Western.
Bit of a tight set that the Caravan jumped on, and they're going to win the point off the violation.
Montreal just picking up right where they left off, springing up to a 4-2 lead.
That one's going to find the net, though, from Latour Bourgeois. Let's see what the Varsity Blues can do here. Just one kill in that first set for Falardo, and just one for Mitchell Newart. Two of the big factors yesterday. Off to a bit of a slow start. We'll see how they might respond here in the second. It's going to be played from the back as Van der Quip sends it over, but that's going to be Montreal's point.
Yeah, tight set there by Falardo in the back row. Van der Quip trying to keep that one alive. I was a little worried there that someone might get injured. Those are the scary plays when they set like that at the net.
Saint-Denis, one of the MVPs of this Carabin team. Able to nearly get that one in, but out of play for the error.
Yeah, just logged there by Saint-Denis.
Mitchell Newart playing in his hometown, Toronto. He plays at home, of course, as that one is finished off there by Alexis Tournier.
He has been so smooth so far this afternoon, has Alexis Tournier. He was perfect in the first set, going 3 for 3, and I'm pretty sure he's continued with that. I think he's 5 for 5 at the moment.
Now take it back to serve, and a good serve there.
5 for 5 and an ace. This Montreal team just has so many weapons.
Tournier from Gatineau, Quebec.
Yeah, that Cégep de l'Outaouais has really helped elevate the level of this Carabin squad. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players who played for the Griffons.
The service error gets the Varsity Blues to within 2. Serve is not able to be tracked down for assist, but a good serve there from Cavender.
Yeah, and that's even a better serve there by Van der Quip, going after the player of the year in the RCQ, Yacine Cassis.
Van der Quip, not this time though. Nidal Redin going to grow this lead here in this second set. Davis Young, back set, finished off by Mitchell Newart.
Once again, Mitchell Newart is so effective going down the line. He has that line shot just dialed in.
Eight to 7, Montreal in front. Boileau, a first touch, St. Denis, back set for Bisson.
We'll see this on the replay here. Bisson was just automatic. And sometimes when there's a one-on-one and the other team's defense is setting up well, you just want to swing at the hands. That's exactly what he did there. Got the point.
Falardo.
Doing the same, attacking the hands. Out of system, off the net. And that's so hard to defend against. Almost impossible, really. If you execute it just as well as Falardo did there, it's impossible to defend against.
Boileau. And Varsity Blues point. That one's out of bounds.
Yeah, a little long, a little wide there by Boileau. That's going to be his first error of the match.
Nine all here in the second. Young on the serve again. Saint-Denis, Bisson, and kept up by Tudor, and that one sent back over. Opportunity here from the Carabin, and kept up again for a moment as Davis Young was in there diving for it.
That's a tough one as Tomier puts it off the net. Continues his perfect swinging on the day, but that one wasn't as nice as any of the other ones, that's for sure.
So impressive from what we're seeing from the Carabin attack. Here's Davis Young, right into the middle, sent right back. This one for Newart, who finds it.
Great shot there by Newart. We're going to see here just the light touch. Max Saint-Denis looking for the touch off the net, but I think that was just all ball.
Falardo. No. Latour Bourgeois, standing 6'7". Serving with his team up a set and 11-10 here in the second. Davis Young.
Oh, that was a shot.
My. Sent back up by Boileau. This is Newart.
The Varsity Blues are starting to feel themselves now, and you gotta love it. We've got ourselves a game here as first Falardo, then Newart. Two big swings by the Varsity Blues veterans.
Little floater serve. Saint-Denis finished off by Tournier. We go back and forth. 12-11. Carabin. Davis Young dishing to Newart. Boileau kept it up and
chase.
Now back in play. Bisson sends it over. Chance now for the Blues. Woo! And Mitchell Newart back to back.
He is starting to heat up. That's three big swings by Mitch Newart. As we see once again, you leave him on a one-on-one, he's going to find a way to score.
5 points for Newart. And now he's on to serve.
That's an overpass.
And hammered home there from number 15, Vanderquip.
And just another hammer of a serve there by Mitch Newart. You couldn't have set him better with his hands.
Now it's the Varsity Blues in front, 13-12. Cassis the first touch. And Tournier out of bounds.
Let's see if Gazi Guidara calls a timeout here. He does. to be expected, really.
Yep.
Go for 3 points in a row like that. Neward is just pinning him from the baseline. He's feeling himself at the moment. Got to calm it down a little bit. Get things settled back on your side of the net and let them wait it out a little bit on the other side.
And yesterday in the first consolation match, it was a bit of a slow start for the Varsity Blues. 231 in that first set, 275 in the second, and then 393, 556 in the fourth. As we're seeing today, it looks like Newart and Falardo, took a little bit of time, and now they're just firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Montreal came out really strong in that first set. Sometimes when the team hits you that hard, you're going to get a little bit on your back foot. But the Varsity Blues have rebounded quite nicely, and they're starting to throw some haymakers of their own. Falardo and Newart have really started to heat up. You mentioned that they only had a few kills apiece in that first. Davis Young opting to go to the middle, but having established the middle, they have that ability to go to the outside now, and Newart is seeing a lot of one-on-ones.
And the setters on your team, you don't want to call them the most important or anything, because every player is important or the smartest, but they got to be, really dialed in out there, and kind of they're the one controlling the play out there, aren't they?
They're the quarterback, right?
Yeah.
And of course you can have a good team without a fantastic setter, but you can't have a good team with a bad setter.
Yeah.
It's so important just to put your hitters in a good position, vary up the offense, a little bit of creativity. Truly, I don't think the setters get enough credit as they deserve. Although, once again, they're coming from a former setter, that might be a little bit of bias as well.
Right. Davis Young, St. Denis, two real good ones going head-to-head here. It's 15-13.
Seeing a serving sub come in now for the U of T Varsity Blues as Kenneth Mann, his second year out of Burlington, is in to serve, and there we go, Evan Falardo.
That's a big spark here in the second set for them.
Yeah, the Varsity Blues take away their largest lead of this match at 3 points. And a great bounce back second set here by Toronto.
Man's second serve, Boileau. St. Denis back for Boileau. Sent back up by Tudor. Davis Young, Falardo, and kept back up there and finished off nearly. Oh, they got it back up. What range there. Yassine Cassis. Boileau.
Oh.
And that one hit Newart hard. But Daniel Tudor found the range on that one. Incredible rally.
That was unreal. What hustle there by the Varsity Blues. Running all of that. Terrence Mann got a good touch. You can see the boys gassing him up too on the bench. They're happy for the young man to come in and make an impact like that right away.
Mitch Newart took that one right off the face.
Out of bounds. It's too bad when, I'm not sure, I think it was Tudor ran back. He bumped my camera, so I won't be able to see the rest of that play.
Oh, no. Well, if it was rolling, that'd be kind of cool to look at.
It is rolling, but unfortunately, we didn't get the second half of that play. Ooh, that one was a tight one.
Right after that big point for Montreal, back-to-back service errors. Montreal will take it back with the serve. Tudor is there on the dig as that one is sent back over effectively by Falardo. Big blast there. Falardo sends it back in play. Davis Young for Falardo again. Sent right back up. Now it's Boileau. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Julien Boileau. 3 sets of hands in front of him. And he pins that ball cross court. What a beautiful swing. Even Gezi Guidara is putting his hands up like, man, that's impressive. That's impressive. I don't know what to do with that at all.
5 kills for Boileau. How will the Varsity Blues respond? Falardo oversells it.
Unfortunately, not as easy there for Falardo. on that shot as it goes out of bounds. And that's going to force John Barrett to call a timeout, settle things down as they've seen their 3-point lead evaporate.
Tournier with 4 kills in this set alone. Boileau with 2, but 2 big ones as part of that comeback for the Carabin, as we are all tied at 17 here. Montreal being impressive in this tournament, as we talked about yesterday and today. They're really showing their competitor across the country, really taking it to a lot of good teams in this country.
Yeah, absolutely. Montreal, you know, with Sherbrooke making the finals, Montreal fighting here for 5th. I've said it before today that they've really put a good note for the RSEQ in general. It's really good to see. I think in general it's just going to raise the level of volleyball so much.
17 apiece here in the second. It's the Carabin up 1-0 in the Consolation final. 5th place up for grabs here today. Bronze medal match coming up after this. Golden Bears and the Marauders.
That one's going to be another banger of a match too.
Steve Preston's final match as head coach. What a serve!
So coming out of that timeout, I think that might be the first time all tournament, the first time in all the matches I've seen with U of T this year where they've lost a point coming out of one of their own timeouts.
Right. What does Bisson have next? Oh my!
Another one. Just beautiful there by the southpaw. And once again, that one wasn't it was a powerful serve. It wasn't the most powerful, but he's moving them around. He's going short. He's going down the seam. He's got so many shots, such good ball contact with his hand. And Bisson was feeling it right now in the Carabin. Lead by 2.
And another timeout called by John Barrett. This set quickly fall away here. 19-17, Montreal in front, and seen the U of T Varsity Blues fight back before.
We have, yeah. They were fighters, especially on that first day on Friday against the Alberta Golden Bears. This team knows how to battle and battles well. You know, and there's so many factors here for the Varsity Blues as well. There's, of course, the pride factor for your school free conference, but then there's also the future within volleyball. I talked a little bit about it yesterday during the broadcast about how there's agents here. There's professional volleyball agents, and I've talked to one of the biggest one who represents guys like Stephen Marr and Eric Lepke overseas. And he says that there's about 7 players that he's looking at that he thinks could play in some of the top leagues in the world. Not just professionally overseas, but in some of the best leagues. As you show, CBC rattle off just another ace for the Carabin.
Exceptional. 2 of them coming after a timeout. And
that's so difficult to do. So hard to do. He's got ice in his veins.
Now just 5 points away, and too much on that one.
You know what? Had to end at a certain point, but if you're Gazi Guidera and the Montreal Carabin, you're going to take that run from Bisson as you are back in command of this match.
Davis Young, who was recruited to be the next program setter after graduate Jordan Figuera. Big block there.
As you know, I just talked about guys who have a future in professional volleyball, and I definitely think that Evan Filardo is one of them, and he's shown that consistently throughout this tournament.
Service error on a big point there, so 21-19, and Boileau on the serve.
Tough one there by Davis Young. You gain a bunch of momentum with the big block, and it's all kind of thrown away with the serve into the net, but they get it right back as Boileau misses his serve on the other side.
And Evan Filardo, and we'll head back to serve. Some seniors on this Varsity Blues team playing their final matches in the OUA, or the U Sports tournament. That one is finished off from Alexis Tournier. Three points away. Whew.
Such a great swing there by Tournier. And he has been fantastic. 8 for 11 so far this afternoon.
So Frédéric Boulien, good server on. Davis Young just floated over the block there by Van der Quip. Oh, and a big blast as that was sent home, and Pilardo couldn't send that one back.
Once again, Tournier, just so much power out there.
Just gonna float out of bounds.
And we're seeing here a substitution coming in for the Varsity Blues. That's gonna be Martin Licht coming in to serve in place of Dunning.
Big point here, 21-23. Floats over the net. Bisson, what a job by Van der Quip there. Is that gonna float down?
A little bit of head gains there by Van der Quip as the ball was tight. He went up, looked like he was gonna hit it, kind of faked out Max Saint-Denis. Of course, if he had, it would have been a point for the Carabin. But still, good job there by Van der Quip in finding ways to affect this match. He's not their go-to guy, offensive, obviously, but just little ways like that is what you want to see a guy who's filling in a role.
Oh my, Van der Quip was there again. Dug out there by Boileau, though, and that one won't work. And 23 all here in the second.
Oh, love to see how this Varsity Blues team is fighting back as Tournier makes a rare error there. Tipped it into the net, and the Varsity Blues right back into this one.
And Connor Van der Quip is pumped up, as he should be. A few big plays there, and we're back to being tied here when it looked like Montreal was, just about to go up 2-0.
It really did. They fought back from that 3-point deficit. They had another one of their own. They were rolling. They had all that momentum, but credit to this Varsity Blues team to get themselves back into it. You can tell that they don't want to leave anything on the line in the last match of the season. And it's kind of nice, right? To know that this is the last match, right? You don't have any of that, those nerves of maybe this is going to be our last match. No, you know what it is.
Yeah.
Right? There's nothing tomorrow, right? You finish things up. Maybe you'll have a few with the boys afterwards, celebrate, and hey, you get to rest after that.
And all of this great learning experience as well, being in these close sets against a great opponent. 23 all in the Consolation final, set number 2.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know that for Toronto, they want to get a win against a non-conference opponent. Right. Their only win of this tournament came against Windsor, so they want to prove themselves against someone from either Quebec or from Canada West.
Another big blast from Alexis Tournier, and that's going to set up a set point for the Montreal Carabin. Saint-Denis, high toss. Davis Young going to set up Newart. Cassis kept that up. Oh, what a play by Saint-Denis.
Such hustle, gotta love it.
Davis Young, Newart again, right into that block. Tudor, Newart!
Absolutely love what I'm seeing from Mitch Newart right now. He's staying aggressive. He's continuing to swing hard right down the gap, off the block of Riden. We're all tied up at 24.
Wow. Set point to go up 2-0. Come and gone, Varsity Blues on the attack now. That one floated over there and kept alive by the Varsity Blues. Passed over the net. Chance here for the Carabin. And that's going to go out. A play there from Nidal Redin.
Oh, wow. That's surprising. He was perfectly on time. Maybe even just a little bit too early as he came over top of that ball, directed it out of bounds.
Set point, Varsity Blues. That one clipped the net. St. Denis, Bissoff, the block.
Just going toe-to-toe, these two teams. You gotta love it. This is what volleyball in March is all about in U Sports.
This is awesome. Alexis Tournier, who's made such a big impact in this one. On to serve, and that's going to be an error. Another set point for the Varsity Blues.
They've got to use this one. I'm not going to say right now, but at a certain point, you can only have set points so many times before you lose that focus.
Vanderquip. He had 4 errors in that first set, or third set, or in the 2 sets prior. In the first set, rather, is someone who had 2 service aces in the regular season, and we're back being tied 26 apiece. Davis Young. Falardo. A blast.
Just automatic for Mr. Falardo right there. And there's no doubt who Davis Young is given to in that situation. You know, you're in gut check time. You got to give it to your best guy.
Another set point here for the Varsity Blues.
Oh, that's tight.
Right back over Davis Young. Battle for it at net, and it's Varsity Blues point. Falardo won the battle.
Falardo was a little bit early on that one. He let it float over, switched the opposite hand, tipped it off the block of Bisson. And we've got a game here. This is now a best of 3 match.
Yep. The Varsity Blues come out and respond and take that second set, 28-26 over to Montreal Carabin. Set number 3 from the 2023 U Sports Men's Volleyball Championships. The Consolation Final rolls along right after this quick break, right here on CBC Sports from beautiful Hamilton, Ontario, and McMaster University. Sunday from the 2023 U Sports Men's Volleyball Championships continues from Hamilton, Ontario on McMaster University campus. Beautiful Burridge Gymnasium. First matchup today, the Consolation Final, Toronto Varsity Blues. Montreal Carabin, 1 set apiece through 2. It's now a best of 3. We saw that attack from the Varsity Blues really pick things up, especially from Mitchell Newer and Evan Falardo. The great setting continues from Davis Young. A formidable opponent in the Montreal Carabin, the higher seed coming in as number 5. The Varsity Blues, number 8. Who in that first match, their opener in the quarters, took the opening set off the Alberta Golden Bears. They put a little fear into the champs. End up losing in 4, but proved they are here to compete. And then yesterday they defeat the Windsor Lancers and make it back to this point. For the Carabin, they've been impressive, taking down the Saskatchewan Huskies in 5 sets yesterday, as we're just about set for set number 3 in the Consolation Final. Matthew Davison alongside Everett DeLorme on CBC Sports. And what are you expecting to see in this third set?
More of what we saw in the last set, just a battle. Now that it looks like both teams are here ready to play, I would not be surprised at all if we went 5. Like 5 sets for the 5th place match is kind of fitting.
It is. As Davis Young starts us off here in the 3rd. This is going to be Bisson, and getting the contact there from Davis Young.
Bisson, man. He's so good. He's so good. I love the way he plays.
He's so fun to watch out there. Led his team in kills, service aces, and 9th in the country when it came to aces per set. This is going to be set up for Falardo. Sent right back there by Tournier, and it's going to drop in. Wow!
Wow, you could tell as soon as that ball fell that Mitch Newer knew that ball was in. He yelled at himself, but now he's smiling. Always a tough call. If ever in doubt, just play it. If ever in doubt, just play the ball.
Bisson, what a serve. Vanderquip, the first touch. Mitch Newer, and he's looking for the contact, and he's going to get it.
Montreal doesn't agree with the call. I didn't see any of the lines people make the call. Looks like that was a head referee call.
Evan Falardo. Now serving. 7 points for Falardo on the afternoon, and there's an ace.
Just beautiful there by Evan Falardo. I don't know if I can say anything more about this man coming out of Stratford. Stratford is just such a strong volleyball town.
Two apiece here. That one's going to clip the net. Wallow. Davis Young into the middle and getting the contact there, John Dunning.
Davis Young does such a good job of finding his middles. You know, Dunning isn't the most physically opposing guy to be a middle blocker, but his connection with Young is so good. And there he makes a dig too. Gotta love a good old middle dig.
At the net, that one was sent back by St. Denis. Now he gets that one back into play. Yassine Cassis for Bisson. Little tap over. Hammer time there for Falardo. Yassine Cassis got it back up, but into the curtains.
Beautiful play there by Falardo. We see Davis Young take that first ball, just puts it up high and gives Falardo options. He can come and set it to the outside, or he can just rip it on two like he did.
John Dunning on the serve. St. Denis back and sent over there by Latour Bourgeois. Right into that block, and it's going to be Caravan point.
I kind of wish Falardo just ripped that one again on two, as we see Davis Young take the first ball again. This time he dishes, but man, Latour Bourgeois does such a good job. He went up with Falardo, comes down, immediately closes. Great job by the Caravan middle.
And now he'll serve here. Second year. Davis Young for Dunning, or Cavender rather, and that one goes out of play.
See here on the replay how close he was to getting a touch. No.
Latour Bourgeois. Big serve. That's going to flow right over and finished off, we thought, but
no. He then puts that one out, and that's a bit of a missed opportunity there by the Caravan. An overpass off the serve of Latour Bourgeois, and they put it out of bounds. As tight as this match has been, especially in the last set, those are points that will sometimes come back to bite you later on.
Well, they get the point right back off the service error, so 6-5 now for the Caravan. St. Denis, Tudor, Oh, and finish there by Cavender.
All the credit to that one needs to go to Daniel Tudor. That was a beautiful pass off such a strong serve by Saint-Denis, who's just missed it on the replay there, but Daniel Tudor was up to the task, and especially a man that we saw not even go to practice on Thursday, was feeling under the weather. He said he was under 80% in that quarterfinal match against Alberta.
Wow.
Beautiful bounce back, and that was a wonderful pass in that situation.
He so heavily relied on, and really the only libero that they have gone to this season. He's just such a great player out there, one of their MVPs. That one's off the block.
Once again, Daniel Tudor, the beautiful pass. Outside his body, falling to the side. He's staying stable, great platform. Perfect pass at 2.5. Allows his hitters to rip away.
And so good that he is able to stay healthy and be in the lineup for what will be his last U Sports championships. In his home province as well. As the Davis Young setting up Falardo.
Beautiful, just beautiful. High swing down the line, thumb up into that last 1x1 square meter of the court. That's what he practices, and he executed perfectly.
Davis Young at 8-all. Saint-Denis, oh, great job there, Newert.
Now the Varsity Blues take the lead with that one. It's a tight pass. Max could only get there with one hand and right into the outstretched hands of Dunning and Newert.
This one's gonna be Boileau. Oh my goodness, the block from Mitchell Newert.
Mitch Newert. What a beautiful block. Oh, what a beautiful angle we have here. He reaches over and just clamps him on the one-on-one.
So now it is the 8 seed, the Varsity Blues up 2. Yassine Cassis able to track that down, and Bisson.
Yeah, that's one. That's a beautiful rip there by Bisson. Davis Young probably a little bit too far into the court on that.
Bisson. Such a great serve, but that one's going to be an error.
Ripped just long by Bisson.
Back in for a third set here. Falardo on the serve. Saint-Denis back center right into the net or the block.
Yeah, looks like that one was John Dunning getting the touch there. We'll see it here on the replay. Right side C ball to Bisson. Yeah, it looks like John Dunning got the touch. He wasn't able to close the block fully, but was able to get over it. Well done there by Dunning.
So a 12-9 advantage for the Varsity Blues, who after that first set, they were close to dropping that second set. It was real tight, and the Varsity Blues stuck with it, able to take the second set 28-26, and now they have a 12-9 advantage here in the third. A big improvement from that first set, as it's going to be right down to the wire. As we thought, two really good teams in this tournament. Montreal, Carabin, of course, making the final in the RSEQ, and the Varsity Blues qualifying in the bronze medal matchup, taking down the York Lions to be here, and we're just about set for the play to resume here in the third, as the Varsity Blues are playing a lot better here from when we saw them in the first set.
Yeah, absolutely. They've waken up a little bit, and as I said, Montreal just came out so strong in that first set, but they've been able to really bounce back nicely, settle into their own game, and impose themselves a little bit on this Carabin team.
Falardo out of the timeout. Too much. Julien Boileau. As the Carabins look to get back into this third set. That one's off the block. Sent back up by Saint-Denis for Bisson. Finding that corner is Guillaume Bisson.
I'm just continuously impressed how this man continues finds different ways to score. He's put into so many different situations, in system, out of system, down the line, cross court. It's all good by Guillaume Bisson.
Great pass by Tudor, but Newart is denied with the block. We'll set it up again. That one floated over by Falardo. Cassis is there. Sent back over by Boileau. Chance now for the Varsity Blues, and Falardo is there.
Just beautiful volleyball on either side. They're so dialed in. Great defense by the Carabins to get it back over, but Falardo just flying out of the back row, finding the gap, the seam in the block, and putting it down.
That one didn't look good from the start from John Dunning as it finds the net. Going to just float that one over, so 13-12 now. It's the Carabins. It is this Varsity Blues still with that 1 point advantage. It's going to be sent back over. Davis Young, and that's going to be Hayden Cavender.
Young is so good at setting that middle on the move, as we see here. He's pushed all the way to that fore side. Cavender just keeping that set in front of him. Beautiful job there by Davis Young to run the middle.
Ewert with the serve, and Tournier, too much power.
Wow. Beautiful snap on that ball by Tournier. He hits the ball so true.
Back to a 1 point advantage here for the Varsity Blues. Saint-Denis, the Ottawa, Ontario native. Great job there by Tudor again. That one right into that block. Ooh. And there is Alexis Tournier again.
Once again, that ball pops up for him, and he's not going to make any mistakes on that. Putting it down.
And we are tied here at 14s. Saint-Denis, high toss, serve just flips over. It's an ace.
And just like that, we saw the Varsity Blues leading earlier in this set. And that's how volleyball goes sometimes. The momentum can shift so quickly. The bounces can go side to side easily.
Montreal taking that timeout, down 12-9. Now they're in front 15-14. Davis Young just tapped over. Here come the Carabins. Right into that block. Good, it's going to be Carabins point.
Just shows you how important it is to challenge the block sometimes. Alexis Tournier doing such a good job going underneath of Cavender's block, and it forces John Barrett to call a timeout as his team trails by 2. However, we've seen them come back time and time again, and I would not be surprised if they do so again.
We certainly have, and 3 big kills adding to his big total today. Alexis Tournier, 14 kills on 18 total attacks, 3 errors, 611 hitting percentage.
That is unbelievable. That's high even for an international match. That's fantastic there by Alexis Tournier.
And again, these are the 8 best teams in the country as well. They're not playing any slouches out here, as Tournier just putting on a performance here at the Burge Gymnasium. It's a tight third set. It has gone back and forth. So what can the Varsity Blues do out of that John Barrett timeout? As you've mentioned all tournament, we've seen a lot of success out of that timeout as Saint-Denis will come on to serve.
Yeah. Let's see how the Varsity Blues can answer here.
Oh, great job there by Vander Quip, and then, oh, what a save there by Saint-Denis. Bisson, blast, and sent back by Newart. And this is Vander Quip again, sent back up by Saint-Denis. Now on the set is Cassis, and that was Tournier. And finished off by Falardo, wow.
Oh, Falardo was just unreal on that one. Just unloading on that ball from the back row. Unable to handle it was Julien Boileau.
So coming back into serve, here's Kenneth Mann for the Varsity Blues. Saint-Denis was Bisson. Davis Young, high set, big blast, sent back up by Boileau. This is Bisson's turn, and that one's gonna find the corner.
Even Desi Guidara looked surprised by that one. Goes on, oh, not bad. A little not bad meme face right there by Guidara, head coach of the Montreal Carabins, off that swing by Bisson. Just a thing of beauty.
17-15 now, Montreal in front. Davis Young on the overpass. Oh, what a job there by Falardo, but it's going to go out of bounds.
Yeah, just a little bit too much taken away. Tried to go with a cross-body Chizzy.
The lead balloons to 3 now for the team from Quebec. Big blast. Tudor is there. That one was sent right back off the block by Boileau.
Yeah, that was through the arms and off the head there of Davis Young, and we call that a toque.
A toque fitting for the Montreal Carabins as they take a 19-15 lead here, as another timeout is called by Mr. John Barrett and the Varsity Blues as he discusses things with his squad. Some real impressive performances from this Carabin team, but especially from Alexis Tournier, who is having a mammoth performance tonight.
Yeah, he's hitting right now he's got a 579 hitting efficiency. So the difference between it says heavy hitting percentage here, but the difference between hitting percentage and efficiency, percentage is just number of kills divided by the number of attempts. Right. The efficiency is number of kills minus errors divided by the number of attempts. So generally you see, even at the professional level, if you have an efficiency around 300, 400, that's a very good efficiency. So the fact that his efficiency is above 500 or 579, that's incredible.
Yeah. So what can the Varsity Blues do to stop this Carabin train from continuing to roll? Overpass here is the Carabin go on the attack. Boileau, and nearly getting there was Mitchell Newart, but as we take another look at that, 20-15 now for the Carabin.
Set a little bit far there for Boileau, and all he can do is tip it over. But does it well, gets it down, increases that lead to 5, a rare point for the opposition after a Varsity Blues timeout.
They give it right back, a service error, as this will be Hayden Cavender on to serve. The fourth-year middle, standing 6'6". Big serve here for the Blues. Oh. Wow, that one finds the line.
That falls in as both Tournier and Boileau were there watching it. And those are two fantastic passers, but that ball fell quickly. A lot like the stock market right now.
Cavender's second, Boileau, the first touch. Cassis, Bisson, oh wow, Falardo. Kept up there by Saint-Denis. Here comes the Varsity Blues attack, and it's Falardo finishing it off.
Beautiful play there by Falardo. First with a massive one-on block on Bisson. Montreal was able to get it back up, but there was no doubt who Davis Young was giving that ball back to. He's going to his All-Canadian. He's going to the OUA Player of the Year. He is going to Evan Falardo.
Cavender again, Boileau. Saint-Denis back for Boileau, and overshot it. 3 straight points for the Varsity Blues.
Yeah, he tried to sell that one with the celly. Unfortunately, not going to fool the referees in that time. And hey, we were just at 20-15. Now we're at 20-19. The Carabin call a timeout. This is just fantastic volleyball. Gotta love it.
It really is. I don't want to undersell them. 4 straight points and 20-19. This set has been back and forth.
Absolutely, and it really comes down to the serve by Hayden Cavender. He's moving it around. We've seen him serve deep. We've seen him serve short. He has a wonderful float serve that goes up and falls quickly. It's just, volleyball is truly just that first touch game. If you can serve well, pass well, you're more often than not, the team who does that is going to win.
Right. How much does it help? You know, the obvious question, but maybe get a little bit more specific with, you know, when you start with that big serve and you can just have a powerful first hit, how much does that set you up for the rest of the point?
Well, I mean, if you have a first serve and you're putting them on their heels, pass the ball off the net, simplifies their offense, they can't run the middle, you know, they've only got the 2 options. Maybe you take out one of their main hitters. That one wasn't as good. They went right at the libero. They're able to get it up, but especially if you serve it to that front row left side player, you take him out of the play, force a bad pass, then you only have one more option to go to. That's the right side. Then you can set up your defense accordingly.
Right. It's Boileau again picks up his 10th point here as it's 4 points away for the Montreal Carabin from taking set number 3.
Good answer there by the Carabin out of the timeout.
Davis Young the set and right into that block, but able to be won there by Falardo.
Oh, wow. I'm gonna watch this replay here because, oh yeah, it did indeed go down. So I thought Falardo got slammed there.
I often get tricked by that too. 21-20, yes, that one's not enough.
I always love that. Davis Young looks at his hand like, come on,
yeah.
Why'd you let me down like that?
Do better, hand. All right, big point here. We saw on the serve. Back set for Falardo. Diving play there from St. Denis. Bisson. Miss.
So good there by Falardo, recognizing that he has hands in front of him. He might not have the space to swing, but just chips it towards his header, taking him out of the offense, and it forces them to go out of system.
Varsity Blues still in this one here. St. Denis. That one's right off the block. What a diving play there. That one sent right back over. Falardo, what a play. Oh, but that one's finished off by the Carabin. 2 points away from this third set.
Tough one there by John Dunning. Falardo does so good to keep that ball alive, chasing it all the way back to the baseline, and Dunning just shoveled it over. Would love to see him set up maybe Van de Kuip on that just to get an offensive swing.
Montreal 2 points away now. Boileau on the serve. Oh, what a play there. Davis Young able to find the big blast from Van der Kuip.
Yeah, Van der Kuip hasn't seen too many swings of the ball, but he takes advantage on that one. Montreal unable to close the block, and he goes right down the seam.
Montreal 23-22. Toronto on the serve. That one's gonna go right over and can't find the line.
I don't necessarily agree with that call. No, yeah, that's a tough one. As John Barrow looks in disbelief, and I kind of agree with him. I thought that one went off the block. That's difficult there, as we've seen Dion subbed in for the Carabin. Has set point here.
Dion.
As we see the U of T bench point the one finger to the sky, that's generally pointing to the volleyball gods. It's like, see, we told you. And the volleyball gods, if a team was supposed to score the last point, they'll generally give it back the next one.
Right. Serve from Newart. St. Denis, Bisson! Set number 3 to the Carabin.
see here on the replay. Once again, Bisson has been automatic not only today, but all tournament and season long, as Falardeau looks like he would love to have that one back. But we have the Montreal Carabins leading 2-1.
So what does the fourth set have in store? Can the Varsity Blues force a fifth in the consolation final from the Burge Gymnasium in Hamilton, Ontario for the 2023 Men's Volleyball Championships on CBC Sports?
This season, catch the best in Atlantic University sport excitement at home or on the go with AUS TV. Soccer, rugby, football, volleyball, hockey, basketball, and more. Tune in at AUSTV.ca. All your favorite university teams showcasing their talents in one place. AUS TV, powered by Bell Alliant. They bring it to the court. They bring it to the field. They bring it to the ice. And now they bring it to you. Presented by Subway, the official fuel of Atlantic University sport.
Get the stories behind the glory. Watch, listen, stream, read CBC Sports.
Hey, U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
And we're back here for the fifth place match here at the 2023 U Sports Men's Volleyball Championships. My name is everyone, joined by Matthew Davison, and it has been a fantastic match in this one. The Montreal Carabins lead the U of T Varsity Blues 2-1. Montreal taking the first, Toronto battling back to take the second, and that one was a back and forth third. So we'll see now who can take this fourth set. Can the Carabins finish things off and grab that fifth place, or will the Varsity Blues force that fifth set? Looking at some of the stats here, Montreal hitting 296 as a team, Toronto hitting 268. Looking at Alexis Tournier, he has been fantastic, 14 for 20 with a 550 hitting efficiency. Absolutely massive. 26 digs for Montreal, 22 for Toronto. And 8 service aces as well for the Carabins.
Two of them have come from Saint Denis, two of them come from Boileau, and 3 of them come from Bisson. As that one's going to be point for Varsity Blues here in the fourth.
Yeah, Evan Falardeau with his 11th kill of the match. 11 for 25 so far this afternoon.
Now it's Davis Young, who has 3 errors today. That one's tapped back up by Falardeau. Now he'll get a chance to attack. Oh.
That's a man swing right there from Evan Falardeau. You could see right off the joust telling Mitch Stewart, send me high, and high he got it, and he just swung away at that block.
Davis Young stays to serve. 2-0 advantage here for the Varsity Blues. Boileau the pass, Saint Denis gets it back. Oh my! Boileau!
Beautiful swing there by Julien Boileau. A little bit of a give and go there with Max Saint Denis. Dunning bites on the middle, and it's just a one-on-one for yesterday's MVP.
Yep. Boileau now on the serve. Overshot it. What are your expectations for the Carabins heading into next season?
Well, when you look at their roster here, they are losing a few key players, most notably the RSEQ Player of the Year, Yacine Cassis. Also, Nidal Riden down the middle. Julien Boileau is a fourth year, so I'm not entirely sure if he's going to be coming back.
Right.
But other than that, they've got most, like Max Saint-Denis is coming back. Alexis Tournier will be back as well. And you know what? This is a team that, since they first made this tournament back in 2018, they have been a consistent threat on the national stage. As you see there, the beautiful ace by Pierre-Charles Latour-Bourgeois, who is also only in his second year and will be liable to come back. So other than those three upperclassmen between Cassis, Riden, and Boileau, all first and second years for the Carabins. So this is undoubtedly going to be a team that is going to continue to fight for RSEQ titles and fight for spots at the national championships.
Take a look at Bisson just finding the net on that one.
Yeah, a rare error there by Guillaume Bisson. He's been so good in this match so far. Had a few errors early on, but then has really tightened things up.
Tournier sent back up there by Dunning. And Van der Quip can't win that battle for it. Is that attempt from Villardo is going to go out of bounds. Point Montreal.
Good battle on either side of the net early on here, as you know that this set is going to go to the limit.
Saint Denis, one of the other returnees next year, his second year this year. Great serve there as the Newer spike goes off the block. Point UFD.
So good there by Mitch Newer, just using the top of the block.
Mitch Newer playing in his final U-Sport game. 5th year for the Varsity Blues. He has certainly brought it for this tournament, as Cassis was able to dig that one out, but the pass was long and finished off there by big number 12, Hayden Cavender.
Yeah, Newer bringing it from the baseline there.
Newer pursuing his Masters of Science, as Cassis was there again, as that one comes from Tournier, sent right back by Newer. Here comes the attack. Bisson sent back up by Tudor, and then flipped over by Cavender. They're going to set it up. Voila for a blast.
You know, if I'm Davis Young on that play, Tudor's just made a fantastic dig. I'm pushing my middle out of the way, right? I'm pushing him to the ground. I'm setting that ball because Cavender's just little dump over, puts no stress whatsoever on Montreal, and they are able to turn it back into a point.
Into the net, point Toronto here.
This Birds Gymnasium is starting to fill up, as the McMaster Marauders will be taking on the Golden Bears in the bronze medal match at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. As Evan Villardo gives a fist pump after that overpass.
Wow.
Cassis with a rare overpass, and Evan Villardo pumped up about that one. The U of T Varsity Blues lead by 3.
Van der Quip on the serve. It was a good one. Voila taps it over.
Haven't seen too many of those today, but you know how I feel about the net call there, Matt.
Not a fan.
Not a fan at all.
And I think you've convinced me over the course of this tournament.
Well, it's just especially plays like that. Let the ball make the call. You know?
Right. Nidal Redin. What does he have? Davis Young, Mitchell Newert, and getting the outstretched hand of Saint-Denis.
So good there by Mitch Newert. Once again, he just challenges the block. He goes after it.
Newert, a 2-time OUA champ with the Queen's Gales before coming over to the Blues. Varsity Blues, as that one's hammered down by 16, Latour Bourgeois.
As we see here on the replay, Max does such a great job to find his middle, and Latour Bourgeois does a good job at just hiding by the sideline, not setting up in the middle, just hiding the sideline to run that 31 as that serve goes just wide by Bisson.
Bisson, such a big server, and we've seen the Carabin win so many points off of his big serve. Haven't seen it as much here in the fourth. It's a 10-7 advantage here for the Blues. Oh, great play there by Boileau. Tudor. Villardo. Carabin on the attack. Bisson sent right back. Saint Denis!
Wow, that is a turn and burn there by Maxime Saint Denis. That was a beautiful swing and so difficult from a righty. You know, usually the turn and burn is something that we see from left-handed setters. But man, a righty doing a turn and burn with that much power, just a thing of beauty.
Boileau on the serve. Tudor's gonna set up Villardo, and net touch.
It's gonna be center line violation there by Evan Villardo. Landing just a little tight all over that center line.
This is Boileau. 13 points for him today. Davis Young, the set. That was Newark on the attack, but point Carabin.
U of T was rolling early in this set, but now we're all back to tied at 10s.
Newart. Wow, what a job by Mitchell Newart.
He gives kind of a sarcastic fist bump on that one because he completely whiffed on that ball. We call that the paintbrush because you're just painting it with your fingers. If you could do that consistently, it'd be a great shot, but unfortunately, it's hard to
pull off.
Hard to pull off, exactly.
11-11. Latour Bourgeois out of bounds.
Could start seeing fatigue set in for either of these teams.
Right.
It's been a long weekend, and you know, generally they play 2 matches a weekend, but 3 in a row like this at the end of a long season, you start to feel it in the body.
A lot of travel to get here as well, and staying in a hotel, and that's a lot to take in as well. And so is that big-time blast from number 5, Bisson.
Absolutely, and that's where, especially I think in the Canada West, they have a bit of an advantage because traveling and staying in a hotel and taking a flight is just another weekend for them.
Right.
Right. You know, when you've got teams from Manitoba all the way to British Columbia, it really isn't that much different. But for teams in the OUA or the RSQ where they're not really used to taking those flights, it's a little bit more.
Right. You see Vanderquip get the kill there, and talking with James Gravel and the Windsor Lancers, same kind of thing for them, is they're used to a lot of travel and staying in hotels, with Windsor being kind of far out in the OUA. They travel long ways to get to Toronto. What a job there by Davis Young to dig that one out.
I actually think it was Vanderquip who kicked it.
Wow. Sent right back Saint Denis. Bisson. Missed the mark.
No,
found it.
It looks like he got it. It looked like it was outside from our angle here, but the lines person on the line there called it in. Let's see on the replay. Oh yeah, that was well done. That was well done. Great shot there by Bisson.
Bisson makes it a 13 all set here in the fourth. Davis Young, back set for Mitchell Newart, finding that open area. Saint Denis got there though.
Oh.
Wow.
Villardo was right there. He thought it was out though. Let's see here on the replay. Oh yeah, Villardo was right there.
Tournier, Vanderquip, Davis Young, back for Vanderquip. Oh my, kept up by Saint Denis. Boileau, Tudor the pass. Vanderquip right off the block. My goodness, what a job there by Davis Young. And there he was combining with Cavender on the block. Davis Young is going to set up Falardo. What a point there for the Varsity Blues.
Davis Young was all over the court on that one, covering, blocking, setting. What a great job there by the Packman alum.
He was everywhere on that point and levels things back up at 14s here in the fourth set. Saint Denis for Boileau. Off the block.
Tough job there by Mann, who came in to serve, as that one was probably long. And still he played it with his hands. Let's see. Yeah, looked like that one was probably going out.
Vidal Redin.
Woo-wee! That was a laser of a float serve. See here how Vidal so flat, right at the head of Falardo. And generally when it's at your head like that, it's probably going out, but it was floating nicely and just fell onto the sideline.
So it is Montreal taking advantage here in set number 4. The Varsity Blues had a lead in this set, but it has come and gone, and it's kind of been the story of this one. A team goes up, and then the response from the opposition, and that certainly was the story of the third. We'll see if the Varsity Blues can get back into this third set here. Fourth set, rather.
Yeah, we'll see, of course. The Carabins lead 2-1, so if they can just get 9 more points before the Varsity Blues get 11, they will go home in 5th place. And you know, it's always a good end. I don't know, what's worse, do you think, losing the bronze medal match or winning 5th? Like, what's like, you know?
Right, or the bronze medal or the silver medal.
Right. Oh, that's another one too, right? But you know, if that 5th place match, you've won your last 2 matches of the season.
Right.
If you lose the bronze medal match, you've lost your last 2 matches of the season.
Exactly. Which is tough because, you know, these are all great teams, and sometimes it does come down to your draw and who you end up playing. But both these teams want to finish off their trip to Hamilton with a W. The long trip back for the Carabins, not as long for Varsity Blues. Yes, that is Boileau.
Boileau throwing that one down. Just into the middle of the court. Not one of his most pretty kills of the afternoon, but still effective. Still counts for as many points on the board.
Tudor ranging back to find that one. Now just passed over there by Falardo. Boileau again off the block. Tudor is there. Davis Young looking for Falardo.
Oh, I love that shot. Goes to the lefty with the roll shot cross court. Just a thing of beauty. Such awareness there by Evan Falardo. What an athlete.
The OUA MVP and the U Sports first team All-Star playing big in this one. That one off the block. Davis Young setting up Falardo. And a big block there.
Bisson was just all over. Oh, no, sorry, it was Max Saint-Denis all over that.
Wow.
On the one-on-one, we saw Falardo yell at himself in frustration after that set.
Saint Denis doing everything out there, setting up the ball with the kills and the blocks. Now it's going to go out of bounds for Boileau. Falardo, game high 18 kills, tied with Bisson and Tournier. And now he'll serve. Saint Denis, Tournier.
What a swing there down the line by Alexis Tournier. That is his 19th point of the afternoon. I have to say, so impressed right now by these Carabin outsides. 19 points for Tournier, 18 points for Bisson, 16 for Boileau. They've been unreal.
Well, game high, 19 kills, and Newart sends that one over. St. Denis ranging back to find it.
Oh, what a dig by Falardo.
Falardo, and then nearly sent right back, but that's going to be a violation and a point for the Varsity Blues.
You know, I was just about to think that if the Carabin were able to convert that point, go up by 3, 20-17, that might be the end of this match. So such a good job, such a clutch play here by the Varsity Blues. That big dig by Falardo in the back row to keep themselves alive.
St. Denis off the overpass, and here come the Varsity Blues. Back set, Newart!
Ho, 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 ho. You know what? You know how I feel about this call. I don't like it, but I do agree they were on the net. So it's a rule. We got to call it. They were on the net, but that's a tough one for the Carabins. We see Tournier come down almost in disbelief.
And just like that, we are all tied up here in the fourth set.
Tough serve there by Martin Licht as it lands in the net. Montreal keeps that 1-point lead here.
2019. And Maxime St. Denis. A lot of spin on that one. Oh, finished off Aiden Cavender.
Such good separation. We're seeing Riden is all over it. He's setting up in front of Cavender. He knows it's coming, but still can't stop him.
20 all now. This is going to be for Bisson. He went out of bounds.
Wow, a rare error there by the Carabin in general, and that one is long. And now we have the U of T Varsity Blues taking the lead.
It was a 19-17 advantage for the Carabin. Now it was 21, a chance for a big point for the Varsity Blues, but it's into the net, and we're back to being tied at 21.
Tournier now back to serve. He's going to want to put some pressure on.
Big serve. Davis Young going to go for Falardo.
Falardo can just do it all. That was a beautiful pass and a beautiful swing out of the back row. At this juncture in the match, you go to your hot hand, you go to your captain, you go to your top scorer. Falardo is up to the task with the pressure.
16 kills for Falardo. And Vanderquip, who had an ace earlier in the match, finds the net there.
Well, this one, Matt, could truly go either way.
Yep. Will we see a fifth set for the second time in this tournament, or will it be the Carabin advancing or taking this one in 4 and winning the 5th place position? Davis Young for Falardo.
Woo! Love to see it. You love seeing good players do well in gut check time. And Falardo, in his last ever U Sports match, is getting the job done, and he's pumped up.
The Varsity Blues storm back, and they're just 2 points away from forcing this one into a 5th set. And what a match for Evan Falardo. 2 big kills in the last few points, as it is the 8th seed with a chance to push this one into a 5th set. What a day for Evan Falardo. 17 kills for him.
Yeah, 17 for 35 with a 314 efficiency, 21 points on the afternoon. You know, if there's one way you want to finish off your U Sports career, it's like this.
Yeah. Crunch time here in the 4th. It's Going to be Hayden Cavender out of the timeout called by the Carabin. 2 points away. Forcing this one into a fifth. Boileau the pass. St. Denis back for Boileau. Ranging there was Cavender. A blast from Newart into the block. This is going to be set up for Falardo. Off the block, and it's set point. Varsity Blues.
There is no doubt there as assistant coach Michael Denton points to Vanderkweef and says, beautiful out of system set. It's a great play there by the Varsity Blues to slow down the shot by Boileau, and now they have set point. Send this to a fifth.
Carabin setting up. Oh, that was Bisson, but kept out by Cavender. Falardo, Cassis, and then it's finished off there in the middle. Latour Bourgeois was there.
You know, despite the Toronto not getting that point, big shout out there to Hayden Cavender. 2 big digs. You love to see the middles getting involved on the defensive end, but still, Latour Bourgeois putting that one off the block and out of bounds.
So 1 set point fought off there by the Carabin. Falardo! And set number 4 to the Varsity Blues, and we're going the distance in the Consolation final.
Evan Falardo so good here in his last match. 4 points after 20. That's clutch.
What a way to go out if you are Evan Falardo. And the Varsity Blues, we're going to a 5th and decisive set here between the Montreal Carabin and the U of T Varsity Blues in the Consolation final. 1 more set to go here from the Burridge Gymnasium in Hamilton, Ontario for the U Sports Men's Volleyball Championships on CBC Sports. And we are back from the Burridge Gymnasium in Hamilton, Ontario. What a start to Sunday at the U Sports Men's Volleyball Championships. We expected a good one, and that's exactly what we have. It is the Varsity Blues forcing a 5th and decisive set. It was the Carabin who jumped out to that early advantage, 25-19 in the first. And then it was the Varsity Blues, 28-26 in the second. Montreal, 25-23 in the third. And then 25-23 for the 8th seed Varsity Blues to take this one into a 5th against the 6th seeded Montreal Carabin. Matthew Davison alongside Everett Delorme. And 1 more set to play in what has been a thrilling consolation final.
Yeah, absolutely. This has been exactly what we wanted here, right? To be honest, if all of these matches today can go 5, that would be fantastic.
It would be.
I would love it. I want 15 sets of volleyball. We're already 1/3 of the way there.
Yep. It'd be great if this one goes long and into the night. Well, only 3 games on the slate today from the usual 4, as gold medalist match is slated to go at 6 p.m. Likely gonna have to shift that time back a little bit. We're going the distance here in the consolation final. St. Denis, Boileau off the block. St. Denis tapped over. Oh, what a job by Davis Young. My goodness. Here comes Bisson.
Game ball touch. We hear the crowd complaining about that first touch by Latour Bourgeois, but it was a first touch. It can't be a double. It definitely wasn't a lift. So, I mean, I don't know exactly why Falardo is talking to the head referee right now, because it can't be a double on the first touch.
Right.
Pretty simple.
William Bisson with the opening kill in the 5th. What a serve there. Dug out there by Van der Quip. As the Carabins go on the attack with Boileau.
Boileau coming in like a freight train on that one. As we see here on the replay, this will be the perfect angle. Wow. Just outside, and Dunning getting upset with himself for not having finished that inside out. But just like yesterday, we see the Carabins jump out to an early lead in the 5th set.
Boileau, 15 kills for him. Another big serve from Bisson. Falardo, the response.
Absolutely. He had 4 points after 23 points on the afternoon. I wouldn't be surprised if all the balls go to Falardo at this point.
Now will be Falardo serving. Down 2-1 here. Yassine Cassis. The first touch. Boileau, the last, right into that block. But it's going to be point for the Carabins as it's kill number 16 for Boileau.
Yeah, Boileau has been just lights out in this match and all throughout the tournament. His efficiency right now is well above 400.
Just 3 errors so far today, as that one's off the block for Van der Quip.
Van der Quip with the hard swing, and we haven't really seen him in the offense all that much. That's only his 6th kill of the match in 17th set, but great job there by Davis Young to trust his P2, get him the ball.
Oh my, that one's gonna drop in for John Dunning.
Beautiful serve there by Dunning, and a bit of miscommunication between Cassis and Tournier as they kind of sit and look at each other.
St. Denis, Boileau from the back. Falardo tapped over. Oh, kept alive by Bisson. And Tournier goes off the block. Ranging back are the Varsity Blues. Van der Quip kept up by Boileau. St. Denis. Tournier, point Varsity Blues.
That set there by Falardo almost hit the basketball net up top. But Tournier just puts that one out of bounds. He's been so efficient this afternoon.
So a few points, one off John Dunning's serve here. St. Denis going back to the middle. That one wouldn't go for Latour Bourgeois. Newart off the block. Cassis, Denis. Oh, and that one won't go for Boileau.
Hayden Cavender. Great slowdown first on the swing by Latour Bourgeois, and then just shuts the door for Boileau coming out of the pipe on that one-on-one. They started off down by 2, but now they lead by 2, the Varsity Blues. Oh. Again, Cavender.
Here's Newart. My goodness, the big time block, Latour Bourgeois.
And you know what? That was a huge momentum block there for the Montreal Carabins. If they could go down there 6-3 like that in this 5th set where anything could happen, that would have been a big blow. So the fact that he stepped like that is massive.
Now the 6-7 middle will head back to serve. Out of play. Mitchell Newart, 11 points. Falardo with 23. 6-4 for the Varsity Blues. That one off the block.
Great shot there by Tournier to challenge the top of the block. He was not swinging at the court at any point there. See, he's going high and flat. Falardo had creeped up a little bit, and it's way out the back and point for Montreal.
Maxime Saint-Denis. Falardeau. Tudor. Vanderquip floats it over. And now it comes over for Bisson. The blast.
That's a great set there by Yacine Cassis. And Bisson has been automatic all season long, and it hasn't stopped here in the 5th place match.
Maxime Saint-Denis from Ottawa. Vanderquip, the pass is that one set up for Hayden Cavender. What a play for the Varsity Blues.
What a run there by Davis Young, shooting it to Cavender on that 31. You see here, perfect angle, and he gets all of that ball to send it down the line. Kenneth Mann once again in to serve for the Varsity Blues.
1 point advantage for Toronto, but that one's gonna even things up at 7.
Tough one there by the man out of Burlington, just down the road from Hamilton.
Right. Alexis Tournier from Gatineau, Quebec. Averaging 6 kills on the regular season per set. As now it's going to be tracked down there by Falardeau, sent over by Newert. Chance here for the Carabin. Oh, what a block there by Falardeau!
Evan Falardeau has really elevated his game to another level here in the later goings of this one. There's one man who's not ready to end his career in a loss, and that's Evan Falardeau.
He is taking over in this consolation match. 20 kills and another big-time block as it's 8-7 at the change of ends for the University of Toronto Varsity Blues in the 5th and deciding set.
24 points there for the 4th year out of Stratford. We're going to see it again here on the replay. Oh, a few replays, sorry. From the first half of the 5th set there. As we get geared up now after the side switch.
Hayden Cavender, who has made an impact in this one. 11 points, now on to serve. Saint-Denis, Wallow.
Another man who wants to go all out in his final match is Julien Boileau. Beautiful swing.
Eight all in the 5th. Couliard. Davis Young gonna go for Falardeau. Oh!
Whoa! Wow! Let's see a replay on that one, as unfortunately we're not going to be able to see it. U of T in disbelief.
9-8 as that one's gonna drop in. The big serve there. Frederic Bouillon.
Bouillon there doing such a good job coming in as the serving sub. Vanderquip leaves it. And they were, U of T still just a little bit rattled, and they thought that was in. And I mean, hey, our French broadcast friends who are both former Carabin both thought it was in as well. So if they were going to have a bias on anyone, it's going to be towards their old team. Well, we're going to see that swing here from Falardeau from a different angle. Let's see if it was in. Oh, I'm not entirely sure. That was close. That was very. There's way close.
One more angle.
Let's see. Oh, this one we're going to be able to see nice and slow. Oh, that was close. That looked like it painted the line. Looks like it painted the line. That's a tough one to have to swallow here in this 5th set. I'm not entirely sure if U Sports will ever adopt a challenge system that costs a lot of money, but still. Too close to call sometimes.
So 10-8. Montreal in front. Falardo right into that block. Oh, and there was Bouillon sent right back by Newart. Falardo goes again and overshot it.
Wow. I don't know if that one was out either. We're sitting right here on that line, and it looked like it was. And we're going to see on this replay here, and can't really see. Bouillon was right there to make the call, though. So the Varsity Blues have unraveled here a little bit in this fifth set, and the Montreal Carabins are just 4 points away from potentially taking this fifth place match.
And two very quick timeouts from John Barrett and the Varsity Blues.
Yeah, just trying to regroup his team and get them refocused here.
Frederic Bouillon coming in as the serving sub and doing such a good job, as his team is in front by 3, inching closer to taking this fifth set. At stake, 5th place at the U Sports Volleyball Championships. All right, we're ready to go. Bouillon the serve. Where's Davis Young gonna go? Falardo, then back up by Saint-Denis. This is Bisson time, as that one's kept right back up by Vanderquip. And here comes Falardo off the block and kept alive by that great dig by the Blues. Saint-Denis, Boileau!
Great volleyball either side, keeping the ball going, but just too much to handle there by the Montreal Carabins.
Bouillon on the serve again. This is gonna be Falardo, and able to get that point to go.
Yeah, into the net there was the Carabins. Trying to act like they weren't, but that ball was nowhere near. Neither was Falardo, so it has to be a guy in blue. Now Davis Young back to serve for the Varsity Blues. That means 3 attackers in the front row. They need to use this rotation right now.
Saint-Denis gonna go for Boule. Oh, what a job there by Cavender. And that one right into the block from Falardo. Newart. Big play there from Mitchell Newart.
Absolutely. Huge dig by Vanderquip in the back row. Newart one-on-one. Once again, challenging that block. If you're a young player watching at home, just watch Mitchell Newart. The block is your friend.
2 points separating these two teams in the 5th. Oh, nice play there for the Montreal Carabins.
La Tour Bourgeois making no mistake there. On the 31, as we're seeing Dion come in to block here for Boileau. Just a bit of a bigger body over there on the left side, because guess what? Evan Falardo's lining up to swing on the right.
2 points away are the Carabins. And that's going to be a service error and a crucial point there for the Varsity Blues.
Yep, and that sends the OUA Player of the Year. This could be his last time serving in a U Sports match.
Biggest moment here of this match, Falardo. Sends it over, Bouillon the first touch. Oh, a setter dump, and able to track that down was Davis Young. Oh, and finished off there, it's Newart.
Massive play there by the Varsity Blues. Davis Young does so well to pick that ball up, set outside by Tudor. And Mitch Newart, this man is calm, cool, collected. He's also playing his last match of his career. So well done to find the floor.
Wow, wow, wow. It is Mitchell Newart again, and this 5th set just separated by 1 point.
Maybe not the best decision by Maxime Saint-Denis to just dump it over on the setter dump. And Mitchell Newart has so many shots. He's just a player who has so much control in his game. Wonderfully done there by the man out of Toronto, playing in his last ever match in U Sports Volleyball.
The fight we're seeing from both these sides in this match has been really incredible. 13-10 is where Montreal had the advantage, and here they win back-to-back points. Still on this man's serve, Mr. Evan Falardo. And what will be his last match in U Sports? Falardo clipped the net. Saint-Denis. Wallo! Match point. Carabin de Montreal.
Moalo makes no mistake on that one. The serve by Falardo just clips the net as we see the replay. High and off the hands. Just beautiful by Julien Boileau. And in his last match ever, he has the opportunity to ice it with an ace. The classic spin to win.
Here is the Montreal native, Julien Boileau.
Oh. He opts to go with the float serve instead of the spinner.
Wow.
As Martin Licht comes in now for the Varsity Blues, it all comes down to this. This is what they've practiced for since September. They're down by one, 14-13 for the Montreal Carabins. Martin Licht for the Varsity Blues to serve.
They fought off one match point. Do they have another in them? Licht on the serve. Saint-Denis. Oh, and it's
long.
Long, and wow, we're back to being tied at 14s.
And that U of T Varsity Blues bench is jacked up.
They fight off 2 match points. And we are tied at 14, Everett.
That is absolutely massive. Martin Licht, ice in his veins, just puts the ball in. It's tough. Sometimes you want to put pressure on, but instead he opted just to put the ball in. Great decision. Latour Bourgeois unable to find the court. Would have liked to see him try to go with a little bit more angle there, give him a little bit more room to work with, but now the Varsity Blues have all the momentum. They fought back, fighting off one match point, but still massive job here by the Varsity Blues, and this is exactly what the Carabins did in the 4th set yesterday to Saskatchewan. To think their season almost ended then, and they're here fighting today.
So back-to-back timeouts called by Toronto at a 10-8 Montreal advantage. Now 2 very quick timeouts called by Montreal after they had a 10-13 advantage. We saw it evaporate. And now, Varsity Blues have fought back 2 set points. As that one is going to go out of bounds, and another match point here for the Montreal Carabins.
Martin Licht goes for that one a little bit more, tries to pin it down the line, unable to catch the rail.
Coming back in is Nidal Redin and Tristan Lemay.
Lemay, we saw come in to serve yesterday and also replace Tournier when it wasn't going well, the Castleman, Ontario native.
Small town in Ontario, and now it is a match point once more for the Carabins. Oh, my goodness! In the biggest of moments, Falardo steps up again.
Just a massive swing there by Falardo. He has been unreal, getting better and better this afternoon. Point number 25 for Falardo as Mitch Snewart goes back to serve.
Unreal. And oh my, that's going to set up a 4th match point.
And Gazi Didera just pointed his finger to the floor. He goes right here, right now. As Maxime Saint-Denis goes back to serve, that brings Bisson to the front row.
Saint-Denis, high toss. Serve is good. Oh, Falardo through the contact. Here come the Carabins. Bisson! And there it is. The Carabins de Montreal taking in 5 sets over the U of T Varsity Blues, 17-15 in the 5th. And they are your 5th place winners here in the Consolation Finals.
What a fight from both of these teams. It went back and forth all afternoon. Not only did we get 5 sets, but we went into the overtime in the 5th, 17-15 in favor of the Carabin.
Wow, what a matchup in the consolation final. A whole lot more coming up next, including the Mikasa Players of the Game from the Volleyball Championships on CBC Sports. Welcome back inside the Burge Gymnasium, where the Montreal Carabin take the consolation final over the Varsity Blues in 5 sets. Matthew Davison alongside Everett Delorme to put a bow on this one. What a match we just saw.
Such a battle from both these teams. You can tell how much it means to them. And it's not even for a medal, right? It's for the 5th place in their final match. You know, for the seniors, it'll be their final time on the court. But it's just such a battle on either side. As Evan Filardo gets the player of the match here, 26 points this afternoon. He was unreal. You know, he's still got a smile on his face and might as well. He's played a fantastic match here in his last U Sports Volleyball.
What a way to go out for Evan Filardo. And for the Montreal Carabin, it is Alexis Tournier, who was incredibly efficient tonight.
He was. Great match there by Tournier. Really kept him going in the early goings of this match, and you know, he'll be back. He's one of those players who's got some eligibility left, and he will be back here for the Carabin.
So what an opening match here on Sunday from the 2023 U Sports Men's Volleyball Championship. We still got a lot more to bring you from Hamilton. Up next, it is the McMaster Marauders and the Alberta Golden Bears in the bronze medal match on CBC Sports. Stay tuned.